Yeah, it took me a long time, and I'm not kidding. This is my first introduction to the Red Dead series. But boy, the wait was worth it. And greetings, YouTube gamers. Welcome to another episode of Retro Raider. My name is Johnny Retro, and welcome back to the channel. That's right, I finally jumped into the Red Dead wagon, and I mean, guys, I just had to make this video. First of all, I just want to talk a little bit briefly about my past with the series. A very good friend of mine, Mario, and no, it is not the Nintendo Mario. Anyhow, this guy's a really good old childhood friend of mine. We went together in the same school. And this was the guy that always had the new system, the new console, the new video game. And back in the day, I think this was around 2004 more or less, this guy got this game, this brand new game. And I really can't remember if it was for the PS2 or Xbox, the version that it had. But this game was called Red Dead Revolver. That is right, the first game of the Red Dead series, you know, the same guys that made GTA. And I love GTA, especially at that time, you know, the PS2 era for GTA games. For me, it still is the golden age of GTA. Anyhow, my friend called me and said, well, you really need to check out this game. It's like GTA, but, you know, with cowboys, you know, a Western GTA, if you will. And one afternoon after classes at his place, you know, I played a little bit of this game, or I think that I never really played it. I watched him play the game, and it looked good, but here's the thing. I was never into the theme. I'm not very much into, you know, westerns and cowboys and stuff like that. So I totally skipped the game and I kept playing GTA San Andreas, my favorite GTA of all time. So how and why did I got Red Dead Redemption 2? Now, I still have to mention two more friends of mine. First of all, my best friend Eduardo. Well, this guy is not a gamer, he's more of a, we can call him a casual gamer if you will. He's a huge fan of the Red Dead Redemption, the original one. And he always said to me, dude, I really don't understand how you still haven't played it Red Dead Redemption yet. I mean, you love Rockstar, you love GTA, you should really give this one a try. And another friend of mine, actually a YouTuber, a fellow YouTube content creator, Marco from MFGAMING, I'll leave the link of his channel down below if you guys want to check it out. Yeah, Marco has talked a lot of good things about Red Dead Redemption 2 on his channel. And yeah, like my other friends, he is also a huge fan of the series. And he kind of got me into it. He really convinced me into trying the game. And last week, a couple of local stores here in Portugal, Fnac, they had a 50% discount in a lot of games, including Red Dead Redemption 2. And I kind of promised to myself that I was not going to pick any brand new games or current gen games for current consoles because I'm waiting for the PS5. I'm very thrilled about the upcoming generation. I'm going to pick the PS5 day one, no questions about it, and taking into account that it's going to be fully backwards compatibility with the catalog of PS4, I said, well, I'm going to wait, but I mean, 50% discount, and let's face it, we still have to wait, what, 5 months more or less until the PS5? So yeah, I do have a little bit of a hitch for a brand new game. So to keep the story short, I said, well, screw it, I'm going to pick this edition, the Ultimate Edition for Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, 39.99 euros, I mean, that's a deal for me. I picked the game July 1st. And I started playing the game after dinner, more or less. And my first run in this game was 8 hours, non-stop. And by the time I'm recording this video, today is July 6th, I've been playing, I don't know, 4 hours a day, more or less. And now I totally regret it for not jumping into this wagon early on. And I mean, this is a phenomenal game, and I will dare to say that this generation, this current generation, this is the game. This is the game of the 8th generation of gaming. The graphics of the game, and let's just take this out of the way. The graphics are amazing. This game is probably the most beautiful game that I've ever played. And keep in mind that I'm playing this on a regular PS4. And as you guys know, this really pushes the system. But you know, playing this on a computer, I can only imagine. It's super realistic. Everything, the animations, the face expressions of the characters, the water, the environment. I mean, the lighting in this game is beautiful. Sometimes when you say that we didn't notice a huge leap, you know, between the PS3 era or the 7th gen into the 8th gen, I mean, this is it. This is the leap right here. About the gameplay, well, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping to a more GTA style of gameplay, and I was kind of caught off guard because this is very different. Similar, but it's its own thing. But fun, very good mechanics. It took me a couple of hours to get into, but you know, that initial chapter, kind of a tutorial if you will, and it was very helpful. And it's fun, it's a lot of fun, it looks great, it plays well. But what really caught me, what really grabbed me into this game was the world, the environment. Was this beautiful, super realistic world that Rockstar created for Red Dead Redemption 2. I've been playing video games pretty much all of my life. I started gaming at the age of 5 on Sega Mega Drive, and I never stopped. I mean, it's my passion, it's my hobby, it's my escape. And I'm not an expert here. I don't have an area of expertise within gaming. I really just do this for the fun. But when it comes to open world games, I did play my fair share. Again, the original 3D GTA games on the PS2. I mean, Elder Scrolls. What else? You know, MMOs. I'm a huge fan of MMOs. World of Warcraft. I'm very comfortable with this genre of game, especially in RPGs. You know, big open world, immersive gaming experiences. But Red Dead Redemption 2 is a whole new level, no pun intended. I will dare to say that sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. And even though I never played the series, I knew about that because, you know, I watch reviews, I watch, you know, a couple of gameplays, but I was really caught off guard. And I mean, this game has been out almost for 2 years now. But again, and I really can't stress this enough, I think that I was not ready for this. I'm not kidding. And let's just forget about the story and the quest lines for a bit. Just being out in the wild, you know, in the world, exploring this world with Arthur. So many details, so many content, so many activities that we can do within this world, within this small but yet a huge bubble. And it is not just that, it is not just the freedom that you have, it's the way it is presented to you. And even though it is not my cup of tea when it comes to the theme, again, I'm not very much into westerns, but this game makes it so believable that it is fun. One thing I was a little bit apprehensive was for the fact that, you know, taking into account that this is Red Dead Redemption 2 and it is the third installment on the series, I was a little bit worried about, you know, about getting into the story. But my friends that played the game also said that, you know, I should not worry about that because this is a prequel, this is this character's story, and I should be fine. I've been doing a lot of exploration within the game, but I've also been following the story and the main quest line. And I mean, the quests and the missions are fun. Again, they're very fun. I don't think that I've played like a filler quest so far. They are very well put together. The script and the voice acting is so amazing. Even the way the NPCs approach and talk to you is just... It's surreal. And again, I really think that this is the next level. I mean, this game looks like, you know, what the next generation is going to be. My favorite activities so far, I really like hanging out in the camp, you know, that kind of, you know, gypsy lifestyle, if you will, improving the camp, bouting with the fellow gang members, you know, just hanging out, gathering provisions, gathering food, go on hunting. I mean, dealing with the economics of the gang, of the camp. And usually what we have in open world video games like this one is that we have this massive sandbox, right? And then we have our character, and it is just freedom, you know, pure mayhem. And in a lot of these games, especially GTA, you're kind of in a god mode, if you will, within this world, the universe. But I think that what makes Red Dead Redemption 2 stand out, what makes this world unique is it's not just the way you interact and the actions that you take within the world, it is also the way that the world interacts with you, the way that the world responds to your actions. The true experience with this game for me so far, it has been with the little things. It's not that the game it is hard, but you are not a god here. I mean, the wild of Red Dead Redemption 2 is dangerous. This is a dangerous world to live, and it is a dangerous world to explore. If you're planning to hunt a bear, you really need to be good at it because he's going to kill you. He's really going to rip you apart. If you're going to play the bad guy and rob people, well, be careful with who are you messing with because they will lash back to you. And here is another thing that I love about this game and that really enhances the experience of it. it's the pacing, the actual pacing of the game. Even though you have all the freedom to do whatever you want to do within this game, and even though the quests and the missions are packed with action, the game feels slow. It is a slow-paced game. And you know what? In this type of game, that for me is... it just enhances the realism of the whole thing. And I will dare to say that in some aspects, Red Dead Redemption 2 reminds me a little bit of Shenmue. I think that in order for a game to be fun, it doesn't need to be, full speed all the time. And a lot of times I found myself just, looking at the environment in Red Dead Redemption 2. Just sightseeing, really. Hanging out with fellow NPCs, playing dominoes, playing poker, going fishing. I found that to be not only fun, but very, very relaxing. And that's something that we really don't get with these type of games. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, and this might be a little bit controversial, but here's the thing. I have no complaints about violence in video games. I grew up with Mortal Kombat, I grew up with Diablo, I grew up with GTA. I mean, it's video games and it's just fun. However, and I have to admit this, guys, playing the bad guy in Red Dead Redemption 2, some of these scenes really made me uncomfortable. And I'm not talking about gore or the violence, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the emotional part of it. Well, for example, and I'm going to cite GTA again. Let's say that you are playing GTA 5, right? And you just grab a car and you're running people on the sidewalk. The way it plays and the way it is presented, it's very raw and into a point where it is fun. It is just trolling. I will dare to say that it is almost ridiculous sometimes. Because what you get in GTA is this exaggeration of reality, if you will. However, in Red Dead Redemption 2, it felt real. It felt very real. And please, I'm not saying that the game is too violent. Nothing like that. I think that is a masterpiece right there. It's very bold and I like it. I mean, let's face it, this is not a game for kids, right? It says right here, 18+. And I was planning to go with the bad guy route, but sometimes the situations that I came across, I mean, they were so vile, so brutal, so emotional brutal, if you will, that I just loaded the previous game and I did it all over again, but as a good guy. And the fact that it is uncomfortable sometimes or unsettling, that for me just enhances the game even more. You know, like a horror movie. If you're watching a horror movie, you want to get scared. Otherwise, why are you watching it? Sure, it can be fun, but hey, violence can be fun too, as long as we're talking about a video game, of course. And I discovered something on YouTube about a specific situation within this game that I found it to be, very weird. Mind-blowing, if you will. It has to do with this NPC within the game, this woman activist, this woman preaching for the, woman rights, in order for them to vote. And like in any other NPC in this game, you can kill her. And yeah, the woman rights movements, the real ones of our world, we're not very happy with that. And yeah, I'm not going to delve into that. That for me is just a witch hunt. I mean, come on guys, it's 2020. It's a video game. But then I watched a video about this guy hitting that NPC, kidnapping her, taking her into a swamp, and feeding her to crocodiles. I'm not gonna lie here, it made me laugh. What can I say? I have a dark sense of humor. But again, at the same time, it is very unsettling. And just for fun, guys, let me know about you. Let me know down below if you're been playing this game as a good or a bad guy. To sum it up, guys, I think that the best way that I can describe this game to me, and this journey so far with the Red Dead Redemption series, especially Red Dead Redemption 2, of course, is that this is the most realistic game that I have ever played. It is without a doubt the most immersive experience that I ever had with a video game. To sum it up, guys, I really think that Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece. And I'm very, very happy in owning this Ultimate Edition of the game in my collection. Not only came with a couple of extra content, but I also got this. I got a map of the game. I also got a poster right here. And this awesome seal case. And yeah, this was the video, guys. This was kind of a long video, a rambling video, if you will. This was not a review or anything like that. I was probably the only guy in the world that still haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2, but what can I say, better late than never, and I'm loving it so far. And yeah, that's why I decided to make this video. I really wanted to share my experience with Red Dead Redemption 2 with you guys, and please let me know about yours. Let me know down below. Are you into the Red Dead series? Did you play the original Red Dead Redemption? Did you play Red Dead Revolver? But most importantly, let me know about your thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2. So let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Please feel free to follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And as always, take care of yourselves, take care of the gaming community, and game a lot.